Handy dandy little thing.
Skyblock, it's been a while, hasn't it? Remember back in August whenever I spent 117 hours farming pumpkins to get farm 50? Well, I never stopped. I was so used to farming pumpkins, whenever I finally reached farming 50, it felt almost incorrect that I stopped. To the casual observer, I probably had stopped. But in my eyes, I saw them as a question. Actually, it was more like, wouldn't it be funny if the number went higher? Yeah, it would. Real quick, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. This video's been in the works for over 2 months, and it's the only way I'll feel validated. So do it. So, after I hit farming 50, I realized that had already put me in the top 1,000 farmers. There is a leaderboard that's actually built into the server, but it doesn't give a list of names or XP. Needless to say, Minecraft wasn't gonna cut it. I had to consult the Chrome. I ended up finding a lot of forum posts where people tried to manually keep track of the leaderboards, which obviously wasn't the most reliable source since most of them died or were outdated. And at that point, I thought there was no publicly released leaderboards for me. So as a last resort, I went to SkyliaMo. SkyliaMo is a website you can use to view the stats of any Skyblock player who has their API on. And since it seemed like the only option, I had planned to manually look for the #1 farmer through SkyliaMo. I also found this funny link up here called mattdoes.dev, so obviously the first thing I'm going to do is click on it. And jackpot. This website knows everything about every player. It's like if Skyblock had a Facebook database link. But among all was exactly what I was looking for, the farming leaderboards. By the time I found this out, the leaderboards were surprisingly low, which is actually what pushed me to get onto them. Except for, that is an admin. All of their stats were cheated in, so we're just gonna not count them in. Just a little disclaimer. Getting into the top 50 on this website only took 10 million XP, and I thought, well, I've already farmed 55 million XP, so I can just do that again. So I decided to get on a bit of a grind, and at this point I wasn't completely no-lifing pumpkins, so it took me about an entire week to get another 10 million XP. But I soon noticed a flaw whenever getting myself up in the ranks. The website only ranks players who have their API on, which means there were even more people ahead of me. So whenever I was top 50 on the website, I was actually only around top 90 whenever including players who had their API off. This led to a spike in demotivation, because if there were people with their API off in the top 50, they could be anywhere on the list and I'd never know. But in a game that's basically nothing but grinding, being in the top 100 wasn't something I was going to complain about. So I kept going. I farmed for a few days before something crossed my mind. If Minikloon doesn't count as the #1 farmer because he blatantly cheated in his XP, then what crazy person does? Allow me to introduce to you Cooper, who at the time was the #1 farmer in Skyblock, at least to the best of the community's knowledge. Cooper was one of the only publicly ranked people who had gotten farming 50 twice, and then some. He had an obvious lead of over 20 million XP, but his lead is what kept me determined, because it gave me a much more solid goal to work towards. The first thing I needed to do was to get farming 50. Again, because farming 50 takes 55.1 million XP, and if I were to get that, I would be nearing Cooper's tail. But the end goal I set for myself was to reach 100 million XP, because that's the amount of XP I assumed Cooper would have by the time I caught up to him. But of course, the stalking doesn't stop there. The second reasonable thing I did was go to Cooper's Island to investigate for myself. You know, he's got a prison on his island, pretty standard stuff, no prison, but go out here and you can see where all the madness is revealed.
I got giant color on my
good for XP, but I mean, of course, he doesn't have a lair, he has a
How?
I'm eventually gonna want to wait until Cooper
By
himself is
using
on
the
the island so I can see what he
enchanting
farms and how he does
Now
it,
you
but at the
can
moment it looks like
enchant
just his alt is on his island. I mean, Captain
already
Cooper, who else could
enchanted
that be? I
items.
actually wasn't able to catch
This
Cooper
is
online for
enchanting
several
nothing.
days and eventually
It's
decided to
amazing.
check out a Skyliamo where I found some interesting info. Cooper wasn't dedicated to farming pumpkins and pumpkins only because he actually played. It was a better time than ever to get to work. Earlier, whenever I first made it to the top 50 on the website, I had around 10 million XP and was
Okay,
ranked
I'm back.
93 in-game. But it took another 30 million XP before I made it to the actual top 50. And this progress was only 2 weeks in from where I
We are
started, so
going to
things
be
were going
farming
by fast. As a matter of fact,
until we
things only
have
went by faster thanks
the
to the
full
Skyward
miner
Community
set.
Center update. Because now you can
The
buy God
enchanted
potions which give you literally every effect for 24
And
hours,
also
including a
some rare
farming XP
diamonds will
boost,
be good.
along with the new cookie buff which lasts for 4 days and gives a 20% skill XP boost. Pumpkins now have a max XP yield of
Oh, I'm going.
10.1 per pumpkin as
Even
opposed to the
so, I'm
previous
going
8.4. So basically, getting up on the leaderboards is going to be 20% quicker. Anyways, I was eventually able to catch Cooper on his island. I didn't record any of it, but I found out he had a Reddit because I asked for a screening. An old post of his suggested that there might still be scripters on the leaderboard bringing the ranks down. But it's been 2 months.
Also,
Hypix was
help me, I'm
probably
not
taking care of the
dying.
majority of them. They still could
How
be
did I
there,
not
but
die
what does it
from?
matter when the man outdoes
What?
the machine? In the same post, he mentions that he is ranked 25 in farming XP, but 1 month later, in a different post, he mentions that he is ranked 7. So I now knew that the #1 farmer with proof was actually number 7 in-game, which means getting to the top in-game wasn't too unreasonable. This is the point where I started putting more hours into this game than I ever have before. Like, early on, whenever I was just getting into the leaderboards, I would spend maybe 4 to 6 hours a day, which would give me around 2 to 3 million XP. Since pumpkins now give more XP than they used to, I had to retime all of my calculations. And as I was timing myself, I found out that 1 million farming XP conveniently takes around 2 hours, which will make calculating the time very easy. Using all of my downtime possible, I was putting 8 to 10 hours a day, which was getting me around 4 to 5 million XP. And after keeping up that same progress and no life in the game for a week straight, I was able to creep up to 3rd place. But what's really important is I got that blaze pet leveled up. You guys remember that blaze pet someone gave to me whenever I started farming? There we go. Level 99 epic blaze. That took so long because I never had it as my main pet. I always just had it use the XP share. But there it is, 10 million coins. Hell yeah. I knew at this point I was only a week of no lifing away before I passed
I
Cooper,
didn't see
and
any
with the support of my
zombies.
friends, I was ready
This
to go.
is what I'm going for. Full miner set.
Papá Noel, te mando este audio para contarte que nuestro plan funcionó. No sé.
Hey Zai, why are you
not
doing
that.
this? That's a good
No,
question.
what you
But you know what's a better
said.
question? Why don't they have a YouTube Plus rank?
Not what
Imagine
I
you can have
say.
YouTube rank
The-
and Fletcher Plus
the
icon.
background.
After filling my inventory with countless amounts of enchanted pumpkins, I was finally able to dethrone Cooper.
Ooh, portal to the deep caverns.
It probably
Yeah,
didn't
that's
seem
exactly
like it,
it.
but I felt amazing to finally take that spot and achieve a useful
Die!
skill bigger than anybody else had. The next morning, Cooper took notice of my spot. He was aware I was going to pass him an XP, but whenever I did, he was really cool about it. When I inevitably got back onto Skyblock that morning, he messaged me congratulating me on it. He even showed it off on his Reddit. Hats off to Cooper for being so supportive. So I thought that was it. I was only gonna grind to solidify my spot and maybe go up a rank. But then I remembered something.
Give me.
Cooper was still number 7 on the in-game leaderboards whenever I passed him, so I took that spot. But that also meant there were multiple unknown people
Give
ahead of
me
me. And
my
what do you
red
know? I didn't even
diamond
get to have my number 1 spot
my
for a
miner.
day before someone
I
ahead of
mean,
me
it's
turns
not
their API
mine.
on. And that someone's name is
Sorry.
Shaby. I think that's how it's
Hey, it's
pronounced.
fair.
Cooper was actually the one that brought
Oh,
this to my
stop
attention,
stealing
and he
my
mentioned that
kills.
Shaby was around 15 million XP ahead of us.
Okay, I'm
and he
going to
wasn't
cut
kidding.
into
So
I
the next day,
had
I ended up
least
pulling
I'm
all
going
of
to
100
cut
million XP.
into
I started farming
another
at 4
piece
p.m.
of
and ended at 10 a.m.,
miner
totaling
armor.
16 hours. I started at 92 million
Bye.
XP and ended as the
Yes!
first,
Finally,
fast
finally, I
built
got
on the server,
another
and it's now one
piece.
of many due to my Valor
Miner
Max.
boots.
You can
Now
see
we
the
just
prices
need
here
the chest
very
plate.
clearly. This is obviously not some American
Chest
currency. I just
plate.
pulled this off of Google Image. I just looked up the menu. And now we have this pixelated 5-digit currency that nobody knows about. Let me get the
Okay.
double McDouble, please, with the side of fries.
Now I'm going to grind until I
Can I
hit
get
the
the
chest
double
plate.
McOnion?
Hope I don't hit any repeats because
that's a
that
femur.
would
You
make
gave
me
me a
angry. Very
Oh,
angry.
sorry. Why is there a poppy in your cash register?
So I mean, I could sell them. Sure.
Why is there a
Or
flower in the
else
cash
I
register?
could
We want to
sell
burn
the
flowers.
for a lower
In the beginning, the
price.
Halloween Whopper was heavily promoted. However, for anyone who maybe is in denial of the Halloween
rare
Whopper or
diamond.
its promotion, we have this right here. This is where we stick people to brainwash them.
Okay, guys.
liking the Halloween
Instead of
We
running
stick the
for
Halloween Whopper
dinners, I
protesters
have
into this
decided.
room. The blackness of the burger
just-
pales in comparison to the blackness of the burger for their dislike of the burger. It's honestly sad, I think, and they deserve years in here with no food
Go.
or water except for the burger.
Bye.
They will forever be taunted
Oh,
as they
yeah.
look at images of
Yeah.
burger and never eat.
They will only be fed Halloween Whoppers and
I'm pretty sure
Sprite.
there's
Maybe root
some
beer if they're
stuff.
lucky.
No,
Yeah, this is the Chuck E.
mine are
Cheese
check
Halloween
plates,
Whopper
just
sponsored,
later
as you can tell.
in the action.
And inside of here, it's
Also,
just a
I'm
regular
going
Chuck
to-
E. Cheese, but if you turn
I'm
to your left,
going to use Bite now because I'm
they're in
lazy.
the smile room.
Yeah.
Let me go in there.
Everything you'd never seen before and it's not as unnoticed in the
Love
smile room.
rice.
In the dark corner of the Chuck E. Cheese lies the smile room,
Minor.
and inside is nothing but the ceaseless void.
Smiles for miles.
Party rooms that have hallways
When I
leading,
go into this room, I smile.
and you actually do
Yes, I'm
receive
super
a smile.
impatient. Give it to me.
I smile right now.
The party rooms in Chuck E.
Yay.
Cheese's and buildings like that are always so secluded. They're never like in an open environment, which I never get. Like, I guess they're trying to just be private because you know it's like a birthday. They're trying to give it a special time.
Yay.
But, like, you never know what goes on.
Something's
This
missing.
is
Right.
basically all we know.
We got
It's
the
just complete
information.
blackness. That's all we know of those rooms. This room is the
Yay.
memory of those party rooms, which is nothing.
Tons
There
of
is
yays.
literally nothing, not a speck of
Time
memory.
needs to be erased from this memory. That's what's inside the mind of the man behind the slaughter.
Hey, someone say the man behind the slaughter. Did someone say
That's
the
a
I'm not
perfect
pointing
segue.
at that.
Yeah, this is a
I
structure I
never
built
waste my money.
next to James McDonald's.
Like,
I actually built my own McDonald's. It's over there. It's so insignificant. It's not even worth touring. But
no,
Right here
I
is
don't want
James
to be right
McDonald.
now.
and he actually works in McDonald's, so he knows what's up. Yes. Look at all this. Look at all this dining area. It's exquisite. So just,
Thanks.
oh, hey, hello. I just punched you, and the instant I punch you, you disappear.
All of them are smart. Because I'm
So
smart.
this is a restaurant
And
where
now
we
we
eat
have one.
mannerly. You can't be. If you're going to play, you need to go to the play place. You can't be playing in the dining area. This is
In
where
the
we
village. Now let's see. We're in the coal mine.
eat. Sir,
Get
I'm gonna have to contact authorities.
380.
This either
I'm
order.
gonna have to ask
Well,
you
that's a lot.
What are you guys doing? This is
That's
not.
a lot.
I'm just
That's not
imagining.
acceptable, guys.
There's an employee here, and
That's
there's
just
just
not professional.
yeah. I gotta act professional in the McDonald's. I
Yeah.
feel bad for the
Okay.
people who work here, and they just see people like chair
Huh.
hopping. Yeah, I hate when
Okay.
people are phasing between chairs.
Okay,
at McDonald's.
now
See, if you're gonna play, just go to the
shall-
playground. Look at these tubes. I want to go into the spaceship, dude.
it's part that I'm
McDonald's
on.
always have like these like protruding spaceships, and I love them so much. James, you have so many loiterers in
First
your
of all,
parking
let's
lot.
solve this because
Yeah.
There's
I'm
no
gonna go
you
kick
got
him
to
off
make
the
some
property.
profit.
Beat them with your femurs.
You got
There's
to make
always
some
like a
profit.
homeless
Yes.
guy hanging around McDonald's.
There are a lot of
Not
homeless.
in
They're
that
getting shot.
fucking-
Alright, well now there's a gang war going on in the parking lot.
There are
Oh my god.
What is going on?
There's a
Oh,
race war going on. Oh, you just got killed by the race war. You're
I
racist
mean, I
and
didn't
insufficient.
need
Yeah, that's
them.
racist. I got killed by a racist.
Or did I?
There's smooth stone in here.
Dun,
I
dun,
can use this now, Bill.
dun.
You're just
I'm
making
pretty sure
rocks
I
here.
actually
Can I get the
need
smooth stone, please? Can I get some iced stone brick, please?
Can I get some ice rocks, please?
Yeah, I want some stone. Make sure it's smooth. Over here is my take on all the retail stores we have.
Ah,
We have a Subway, which is
Whatever.
kind of the outlier because
I'm
right
going
here
to
we have
save
a
it
Pizza
for the
too.
hardened
We
diamond.
have a Domino's. We have a Papa John's, and we have a Little Caesars. All
Okay.
big pizza restaurants right next to each other.
Now,
The Subway's just kind of there. I don't
let's
know why,
make
but we have so much pizza.
a dessert
Is this a
diamond,
pizza
you know
restaurant?
what?
Yo, do you guys
Which
sell
we
pizza?
won't be able to
Pizza? Why is
use.
what is this guy doing here?
Yes,
Hey,
we
we're
won't be
Pizza
able
Hut.
to
Do you
use
guys
it.
sell huts? I
I,
really need a hut.
I have 4
Where's
minutes
John?
left.
Where is John? We're at
Why
Papa
am I
John's.
even making this
Who's
video?
Papa
Alright,
Papa
for me.
John, guys.
Yeah.
This is Papa John's. So yeah, all of these 4 restaurants are in fierce competition.
Thanks.
It's some, like, yeah, the competition is fierce between these 4. We're the only people who could be customers, and we're the only people who could be employees, and
no.
nobody's working.
I can
It's
make
great.
that.
We'll all
I
learn.
can't
What is
make
it
that.
in the end?
Ooh.
It's a cycle.
organic. Actually, I think I did. This is Bones
Following the
Apartments.
bones, leaving a
Right
trail
over
of
here is the Prime
Yes, we definitely
Establishment,
can.
Bone Incorporated.
I love free samples. I can gnaw on human bones. Bones.
The bones are always on the rise. They're always doing great. Except for arrows and
And
bones.
this.
They're not bone related.
There we
Yes.
go.
They're always doing
Now,
Ah, yes, you have a
Right
farm.
over here is the
And
YMCA, where we have all of our
16,
participants here. Here's
24,
Bonehead, Kelson Calvin, Indiana Bones,
32,
Bunny Bone, Sands,
40.
Dinosaurus, Bone Buster, Bone Dave, Dinner Bone,
And
except it's not
then
spelled the right
more
way, so
Nick.
it doesn't work. The oldest anarchy server.
In Minecraft. The oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Dinner, but you can't even spell dinner bone, right?
I know it was
I'm
me.
just trying to play
I
this
think the fact
here.
that it's spelled wrong makes it even better. Everyone always talks about the oldest anarchy server, but never how is the oldest.
I should have had some snow.
Yeah, you should.
And
you should
this
you
is
should be
a
writing
stupid
Bonehead, 'cause
pumpkin
that's what
farm
you are.
design
That's
that I
right,
made.
idiot head.
It doesn't work.
Brain full of stupid.
It sucks. I don't know how to make pumpkin farms.
There are bones up here.
Yeah,
What?
I'm
Why
not
are there
gonna
bones?
do that.
Don't say that.
Why were there bones up here?
And to be honest, I don't really need them anyways.
Respect.
Like
That dude did not have some bones.
I don't
Therefore,
need
he
to-
died and dropped his bones.
that.
It is ironic because it is funny.
I'm on
Let's
the
see.
bones.
Come down to the lock the door.
Experience.
We loom over on the bone. We're outside. Get outside. Get outside. Get outside.
Boning.
¿Podíaste vos?
Look outside. Look in the sky.
No,
Look
estoy
over.
haciendo un
Oh
video
my god.
en
Get down
inglés.
from there.
Okay, well, how about you
Yo
get
te lo
up from
arruiné.
there? Why don't you?
Sí,
You can get
más o
hurt down there.
menos.
Bueno, empezar de nuevo, venías grabando mucho.
Don't do that.
Venía grabando mucho.
I'm
Y
gonna
vos
do
tenés
it.
que decir,
It's like the
¿sabes
scene
qué?
of Nemo
Ya
where
está,
his
ahora.
dad's like,
Cuando vos estás grabando un video,
he's gonna touch the bone.
cerrá la puerta,
You're not the boss of me.
cerrá la puerta, ponelo aviso, o ponés un cartelito acá que diga
Just
grabando.
holding the water bucket.
Bueno,
Entonces yo entro y veo que está grabando y no hago nada.
bueno, está bien.
Dale, si no, no puedo saber, Pancho.
Bueno, está bien.
Right now, he's very
He's
happy.
this. He's dust. He's completely
Okay, I'm
all-
back. You might
Oh, he's back.
ask what was that conversation if you don't know Spanish.
Why?
Well, I was
Down
talking
here
with
is
my
the
dad.
Ribcage Cafe.
It's off
Um,
center. I hate it.
Is this
Oh my
weapon
god,
good?
stop it.
It's
I
off
feel like
center.
it's good.
This is the Ribcage. It
Let's
is a
try it
bakery
out.
that used to house a giant.
Maybe-
Now he's dead and I am his remnants.
I'm
I
just
mean-
gonna die. It's just boring. Be talking
There's
about
no water for you to fall on. You're gonna die.
Let's go to the caverns.
no skin. Haha.
After all that
Here's our
restorations.
cafe.
That's actually exquisite.
And we got
Let's
our
test that.
cafe person.
The Yankee with
Yeah,
no
this is the defense. That's a lot.
Yes, there's a fish in here.
That's a
Skeletons
lot of defense.
sometimes drop fish.
Yes.
Damn.
No,
That's
Holy
common
cow.
knowledge. It's common misconception that they don't. You ever heard of the fish skeleton? Yeah, me too.
You
You need to fix the Ribcage Cafe. It's like Ribcage and then a blank space and then cafe.
You said to do a blank space.
No, you need to put rib space cafe. This is
They're not
cage.
separate
Now-
words. It's rib cage, one word.
It
That's like saying
is
anything
minor.
can be split into two words, like cat and then fay.
But
It's
ribcage
rib-
is a compound word at least.
Yeah, rib.
The Ribcage face. This is a villager
Yeah, I
buried
want
a
you
long
to
time ago
brand.
where we had
Oh,
a raid.
But
He's located.
I don't
Yeah,
know how
his name is
many
just a moon.
subscribers you
What
have.
is his name?
Like 35,000
Yo,
or
guys, you wanna
something?
go have
I
fun?
think
We need to
it's
go to the
like that.
amusement park. The unnamed amusement park.
Anyways,
Dude, there's a Ferris wheel and a...
Let's test out this
yes, the
beauty.
ticket booth where you just open it by yourself. The wheel of amusement. Dude, I can't wait to be amused.
Whoa, I'm amused.
Dude,
I am amused.
we're writing. We're not even on.
I
the
mean,
wheel.
it does the same damage as the horror.
Candy.
I want
Oh, it's candy.
something
It's candy. Yeah, you know it's gonna be better.
great chance.
There's nothing on the shelves, man.
Kill the skeletons.
Nothing will
Don't
satisfy
let
my
them
murderous
believe it.
rage now that there's no candy. Don't try to say the candy's
But
inside
of course,
Someone
this
got
is
inside
one
used
of my videos.
What is Whopper? Sponsored by the
So we
Whopper.
got the
Oh, dude, I can't wait to run this.
guess what? Put it on the comments.
Look at me
What
follow.
do you think? what to do because
Hey guys.
this is my video.
Hey, this seems like an out of bounds area. This seems like a safety precaution. Alright, have fun.
I'm going to go for it.
You have fun there. Wee, have fun, James.
Because no. I want to max out the corruption.
What is happening down there, James? It was only a joke. I think James is activating World
Yeah,
War
I
II
basically gave it away. You already know.
It's awesome. I love it.
Alright, this is the best part, the highlight of
I'm
this
actually
amusement part.
the
Well, one of them at least. The dropper. I don't know,
my
man.
videos is that
It's
I
fine,
always have the phone
No,
on me.
that activates the door.
To be honest, I'm trying like
That
started
activates the roller
like
coaster.
in
Alright, now,
this
so see you later.
so it's kind of cool
I'm scared.
because yes,
This is quite a scene.
and so yeah,
Hey guys. What's
the
up?
trend
Enjoy yourself.
was not always in my videos.
Let's see here.
I say that when I have
We
like
have to replace all of
3
that.
videos on my channel.
Fun never stops.
Wow, something. I know.
Are you
It's
having
in the
fun,
wrong
James?
direction.
It sounds like you're having fun.
No, I think it's working.
Spare grappling. Of course, everyone has a spare grappling to give you.
See you later.
I messed
Okay, I'm going to farm it until I have a full
The Dave and
Is
Buster's,
it too loud?
baby. The
Do I lower my
exclusive
bone?
amusement park Dave and Buster's. Exclusive.
Anyways.
exclusive.
Exclusive to Dave and Buster's amusement park. Yo,
Yeah.
we're gonna play
Yes,
racist
and
today.
so,
Sorry guys, I'm going racist for today.
with
Geometry Dash 3.
Dude, we don't even need Geometry Dash 2 anymore. We just skip that and go all the way to Geometry Dash 3.
I don't know.
Guys, I'm
I'm
gonna
just
win the ATM machines.
want
This is
to
my
go
favorite
to
arcade
the
machine.
barn
Hold on.
and stuff.
Money go for
Oh yeah, dude, I'm making so much money.
I'm on
Car Crash Simulator.
see.
Mind if
No.
I do?
M136C.
Crash, burn.
You might just claim and
Oh, you're
phone the name
No.
the
of
car
the
crash
server.
just vaporized him.
Out of order. Please don't play this game. Don't mind if I do.
No, you can't play the game. It said out of order. You know what
But
happens to the out
basically,
of order
there's
gamers.
a server that's M1F,
Join on in.
and it's like super good. Well, so basically, M1F.
What have you done?
You've ripped apart.
M1F is a barn server that I found a while ago,
And I just
like
from that.
In
yesterday,
parallel, I found a 2D stock image of our money.
and the thing about M1F is that it was like not an certain island, like it was not, it was it was not,
It's not even protected.
it was not
That's how
something, it was not very,
Here's
it
the
was,
power of slavery at its
it was
finest.
not empty of crops. It actually had crops and a lot. I found potatoes for like a while there. It's definitely easier to play sometimes. I don't want to compete with you. Please don't hunt me. Neither side will me.
No, it is
Please.
finished. He just loses all of his customers to the American.
The customers
Anyways,
don't have anywhere to sit.
let's
There's
keep
just
farming
a cow and some stairs. And
Now-
this direction is something I was just recently finishing. This might be
I'm kind
I
of
have not seen
fucking technology here because
immense. This is my house. This is
I
the house
kind
of
of
Karen.
want to start a great
This
Great War or something.
is Karen. This is a murder
Yeah.
mansion. This did you ever want?
So 1%. What are you even gonna put in the garage?
But I'm pretty sure that is not right, since wheat is not See, the suite is not exactly for selling,
Between
I
my old
think.
house and the new house is the Void of Lament, courtesy
And
of
also,
me. Inside this is
but
so
I
it's gonna be
just don't
Yeah,
think
inside this
there are
void,
many people out
nothing.
there farming
absolutely
wheat.
nothing. Not even black. Not even nothing. This is one of the oldest places in the server as well. This actually used to be surrounded by water, as you can tell, but I built it entirely courtesy of more land to build. This is
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to start to stream sometime soon. Because, yes.
I love how the inside of it is just a bed with blood splatter all around it. It's great.
Okay, I have a full inventory of food.
The 5G
So,
tower.
I guess that was it for the video.
Much more of these.
And
I will also set up a command block with each one, so
Something.
give players nausea if they get nearby. It will be amazing.
Yes. Alright, this is a bus I built, nothing special.
bye.